Today we discuss law of refraction. We derive law of refraction using Fermat's principle, as we earlier derived Fermat principle. According to Fermat principle, a ray of light starting from a point reaching to another point B by any number of reflection or refraction chooses that optical path which is extremum, which means that path could be maxima, could be minima, or stationary. Now we discuss law of refraction. Here this is incident rays AP, this is plane, and this is refracted ray. This is normal, which is perpendicular to this plane. So the angle of incidence is I and angle of refraction is R. Here we should note that the angle I and R always measured with respect to normal. The height of point A from this plane is equal to h1 and the height of B with respect to this plane is h2. This is point B. Here the incident rays goes from one medium to another medium. In this medium the refractive index is mu1 and refractive index of this medium is mu2. As we know that if a ray coming from lighter medium to denser medium, then it deviates towards normal. So this slightly deviated from its original path. In other words, we can show that in the absence of this another medium, the refracted wave, the incident ray may have follow this path, but here is another media of refractive index mu2, so it slightly deviated from its original path. Here this is L and this is X, so the distance from B and the distance between B and norm is equals to L minus X. So optical path we can derive. Optical path means this one plus this one. Here is refractive index mu1, so mu1 into AP plus mu2 into BB. This is this one. This is hypothetical path. There are large number of paths are available here, for which I may be different. For each I there will be different R. So AP can be written as under root x square plus h1 square, and PB is equals to h2 square L minus x square. So here millions of paths are available, but according to Fermat principle, the incident ray follows that path for which the path is extremum, which means path may be maximum, minima, or stationary. So for this, the first derivation of this with respect to x must be equal to 0. After differentiate it with respect to x, we can write it as mu1 this one under root this one 1 upon 2 root and 2 root and this quantity x square, differentiation of x square is 2x. Similarly mu2 under root this, the differentiation of this is equals to this one, this is equals to, this must be equal to 0. So after solving it, we can write it as this one. But from the figure, this one is equals to sine I. Since sine I is perpendicular and this one is AP, so x upon this distance, which is equals to under root x square plus h1 square. And similarly this one is equals to sine r, which means L minus x upon under root h2 square plus L minus x square. So finally we can write it as sine I upon sine r is equals to mu2 upon mu1. This is law of diffraction. The second part of this is that the incident rays and refracted rays and the plane and the plane is in same plane, which means the incident rays, refracted rays and normal lies in the same plane. This is second law of diffraction. Thank you.